What is going on, everybody? This video is going to be a full-blown masterclass, I guess you could call it, on how to go out and find brands to work with, how to find clients, how to land retainer deals, really just how to go out and find these brands for the first time. Like, where do you actually find them? What do you say to them? Stuff like that. So this is going to be 3 videos that I have from my private community on School. I'm going to put all of them together. It's going to be 3 highly effective outreach strategies all in one video here. These are literally the exact strategies that I use to go out and find brands to work with. The first one here is going to be a paid outbound method. This is by far the quickest way to do it. It is going to cost you a little bit of money. The second one is going to be an outbound method, but 100% free. So if you're not looking to spend any money on marketing or outreach, this is the method that you want to pay attention to. Then the third way is going to be showing you how to convert inbound messages. So actually put yourself in a position where brands are reaching out to you, and then you can go in and kind of negotiate and structure these deals all live. This is all done through a screen share, showing you exactly how I do everything. This just will work for you if you go in and actually implement all of these strategies. So I think you guys are going to get a lot out of this video. Like the video for me before we get into it. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here, and let's jump into it. All right, it's a little bit of a longer video, but trust me, watch the whole thing. I've had a bunch of people reach out just asking okay, now that I know what to offer these brands and I want to work with these brands, where do I find them? This is the video for you. Something you guys will be able to come back to and reference. So let's get into it. See you at the end. Or actually, I probably won't. I'll probably just end it here. All right. To the video. All right, guys, in this video, we're going to be showing you where you're actually going to go to get leads. So where you're going to be getting all these emails that you're going to be cold outreaching to. So the software we're going to be using is called ListKit. This is where you can go in. It's basically just a lead scraping tool where you can get emails, phone numbers from businesses all around the world, and you can really hyper target down into your niche. So this is my account. I obviously already have one, but you can just set one up. It's super easy to do. Now, what this is going to cost, so it is like a monthly subscription based on how many leads you're going to be buying. I think they do have an intro offer going on right now where it's you get double the amount of leads for the price, I believe, for first-time users. So you guys can see that. I'll put a link down in the description. But typically, it is about, if you're getting 1,000 leads, so like I said, it's on a monthly basis, it's going to be $60 a month. I would recommend probably just starting with 1,000. That way you can kind of test a few different angles, see what works best, so you're not spending tons of money. Maybe you're going to have to find a way to tweak your lead list and kind of hyper target even better, or you want to switch industries, but you're basically just looking at $60 per 1,000 leads, which in the grand scheme of things, if you guys have never, used any software or any tools like this, that is very good. That is pretty cheap. So that allows you to hit massive numbers for literally $60, which is great. So what you can do here, they do have a few predefined filters. So, you guys probably won't be using these. These are more for marketing type of agencies. But what I'm going to do here, and I also obviously have some saved ones. You can go in, once you build a filter, you can save it so you don't have to do this every single time. But what we're going to be doing is starting one from scratch. So let's go in here, and we're just going to start over on the left. So under the company section, we're going to go to add a new condition. Now, there's a few ways that you can identify. So depending on what type of industry and niche you're reaching out to, you can filter the companies a few different ways. So if we just go to industries, right, and you don't know if you're starting from zero, you don't know exactly what keywords you should search for. These are all, so it gives you 419 industries you guys can go through. So, if you're doing food and beverage, okay, you select that one, right? If you're going in, if you're, targeting, here's one, wellness and fitness services. So I would go in and I'd select that. You can also search for them. If I was just doing wellness, health and wellness and fitness, right here, we can select those two. This kind of already starts to hyper target it down. So it's going to be over a couple mil here. But again, this is able to scrape these software tools, literally every single company that is listed on LinkedIn, they're able to scrape the information from there. So as you can see, just by doing that, the 2 industries that I have, health and wellness here, then wellness and fitness services, we have 2.1 million people in 232
thousand different companies. So what we're able to get here is the full name. Okay, we have the company, job title. We're going to filter this down, obviously, a lot more, but this is kind of just how it's outlined. You have the company URL, so you can check out more on the website. You have the company LinkedIn, and then you have a description of what the company actually does, right? Like the company description there. So now what we're going to do here, we're going to go again into add a new condition. So these companies, again, are from all over the world, right? But what we want to do, especially if you're doing TikTok Shop related services, TikTok Shop isn't legal all around the world. So you want to make sure you're kind of hyper targeting, especially where it is legal. So if we go in and just go to country, what I like to do is United States, boom, and United Kingdom. Boom. Okay. So that is going to bring it down even more. Let's see kind of what we have here. Okay. So now we're down from a couple mil to 963,000 people with 88,000 companies. So what we can do here, we can also search by keywords. So you don't even need to do like an industry. Sometimes, companies might even have like their industry listed pretty broad. For the health and wellness, right? Let's go in and let's add a new condition. Let's do keywords and let's just type in supplements. So this is something that I would do. I want to filter that down even more to get supplement companies, right? So these are the types of companies I'm looking for, right? Power Body Nutrition, right? We proudly offer a vast variety of health supplements at attractive prices. Perfect. That is exactly like my target audience, right? And same with all these, right? So we have NutriHealth, 3 super supplements, all of these different supplements companies come up here, and you see the list was narrowed down big time. So now we only have 3.1K for companies and 99,000 people. So obviously still a lot of people. And as you can see in here, like we have, Army officer, mechanic, designer. These obviously aren't people that we're looking to reach out to. We want to actually talk to decision makers at the company. People are going to be making decisions on whether or not they're going to be doing marketing and kind of working with the marketing budget there. So what you can do here is now go in and filter by people. So let's click on people. Again, we're just going to be doing email. So let's do job title, right? So here is where we want to get the decision makers. So let's do CEO, owner, founder, president, VP, marketing director, director of marketing, CMO. That's pretty solid for now. So let's see okay, nice. Now we really are starting to hyper target. So we just brought it down from over 2 million to 4,000 people, which is great. And just over 1,000 companies. Again, so these are all the companies that are in my specific niche on how I would personally want to do it. Again, this works for any industry. Let's just jump back into company here. You guys can go in and select whatever industry you're looking to target. If you're doing beauty products, if you're doing, sticking with the ones we were talking about, like outdoor sets, if you're doing like hiking, anything. They have literally, like I said, 400 industries you can go through. If you're doing, financial services, if you're reaching out to them, that's like what I would do for my other side of the business. You can reach out to literally any industry, but this is how we go in and we really start to hyper target there. So the next step here under company is max people per company. So again, you'll notice we have way more people than companies here. So what we're going to do here is let's just put 3 people because we don't want to be emailing like 10 different people. It wouldn't be 10 because we excluded the people down, but we don't want to email like 6, 7, 8 people at the same company, right? Like we want to hit as many companies as possible just to kind of expand our reach a little bit there. So let's do 3 people per company. We'll apply this. So now we got 2.4K people. So we really narrowed it down here. So now all we have to do, this is where we're going to go in and actually export the leads. We'll go into next step. You'll see I've got 933 credits left here. So just for this example, I'll just do 500. I honestly probably even have like a lot of these because these are the companies I've been reaching out to. So it might not even give me 500. I might have to like expand my reach a little bit and kind of just search by keyword. But let's just go in. Let's do, just for this example, I'm not even going to use this one. So let's just do 100, right? So redeem credits, exclude all. So these are, I'm not going to get emails that were in my previous order history. Now this is just going to process. And as soon as everything is processed, they're going to send a CSV file directly to your email. So right now they're going in and they're processing it. They're verifying all of the leads. So if we click on this, this is kind of my history here on all the leads that I have exported from here. So we've had, verified records. My last one was 2K, 500, couple just like one-offs of testing different things, 500, 500, 500. So this is all of the emails that we have here. Again, this is processing. So as soon as it is done processing, usually doesn't take very long. We are going to go in and it is going to send me all of those emails. But again, if you guys are doing this for the first time and you put in, say, 1,000 credits, like you're going to get 1,000 credits 100% right there. But since I have exclude all, like I'm not going to be getting repeat emails. I've been targeting a list like this for a while, so I might not even get even all 100 of those because I might have already maxed them all out. But that is the process. That is exactly what it looks like. And I'll show you what it comes through once I get the email, and I'll show you how to import all of those leads directly into Smart Lead. But that's how you do that. If you guys have any questions on how to target your niche, just let me know in the private group and I will help you guys out there. All right, what's going on, guys? In this video, we are going to be talking about how you can go out and actually find and sign your first client with $0. Okay. So when you're thinking about doing outreach, especially cold outreach, right? You're just reaching out to business owners for the first time. You're either going to have to spend a lot of time going out and doing it. This is if you have no money to spend, like no kind of marketing budget to find clients, or you're going to have to spend some money and then you can actually automate the process. That's what we're going to be talking about in the next section, just how you can, be able to send hundreds and hundreds, thousands of emails every single month completely on autopilot. But it is going to cost some money to do that. You're going to have to pay a monthly fee for a sending tool. It's not that much. It's like $90 a month. And then you're going to have to buy leads, which again, isn't that much. It's like 70, 80 bucks per 1,000 leads, which is a great deal, but it still is going to cost something, right? So I know there's a lot of people who want to just start with $0, and that is 100% possible. That's where most people start. And there's really two ways that you can go about doing this. So I'll tell you where I kind of found the most success in both industries that I work with, both in the health and wellness and in the tech and financial type of niche there. There's the two ideal prospects that you're going to have. You're either one, going to have to convince a total stranger who has never posted on social media, who's never done any type of social media marketing or advertising. You're going to have to convince them and show them the value behind that, like why they should actually be doing this. Or you have to convince people who are already doing it that you can do it better. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can go about doing this. And we'll just start with the first one here. This is where you're, going out and you're finding companies that are already advertising, right? So this way you don't have to jump through the hoops on like explaining to them why they should be marketing online, why they need an organic presence, why they have to post on social media, right? Like you can kind of just go in, and you already know that they know they have to be doing this shit. Like they just might not be doing it super well. So this is where you have an opportunity as a marketer and a content creator to be like, hey, I see you're already doing this. I think I can do it better for you. Most brands are going to be willing to hear you out if they're already doing this. So the first place you can go, let's just go to the Meta ad library. So this is where you guys are just going to be able to go in and see a bunch of companies that are already running ads in whatever niche you're looking to work with. So if we go in, we click all ads, let's just do supplements. So let's literally just type in supplements. Just type in a keyword from whatever your niche is. Like if you're doing like, fitness or beauty products, literally just like type that in, or like a specific product. I could also type in like nutrition or like protein supplements. Doesn't really matter. But what we're going to want to do here, right? Let's filter this. So we have a ton of ads here. Let's only look for active ads. Apply that filter. I didn't see how many results came up the first time around. I'm guessing it was probably like more than 50,000. But now we have 17,000 results, right? So you can see all the companies that are currently running ads. Now, what we want to do, especially I love going in and seeing ads where it's just a static image like this. Atone supplements, right? They're just doing an image for 25% off. I'm looking at this quick and I have no, like, yeah, it's energy strips, but like, okay, they just have like a paragraph. It's not even like broken out like with bullets to make it like visually appealing. And they're not doing videos, right? So everybody knows that videos convert, well, if you don't know, videos convert way better for whether it's organic content or for ads, okay? Like I've tested both. The click-through rates are way higher on videos. The engagement rates are way higher. People just watch videos more than this, right? Like if you saw this video, I don't know exactly what this is.
People say coffee is the only way to boost energy.
Either way, you know, it clearly looks like an ad, but still, I'd rather watch that than like see this and just be like, okay, that's just an ad. So what you could do is literally just go to Atone Supplements. Let's go to shop now. And we're just going to be manually reaching out to all these companies who are running ads and just being like, hey, I just got one of your ads on Facebook. And then you kind of just go in to like pitch them. There's two ways you can pitch them. You can literally just like pitch your services and be like, hey, this is what I do. I help these companies do X. Or you can go in, and I recommend doing this, is where you're like, hey, like, have you guys thought about getting involved with TikTok Shop, or are you guys doing anything on TikTok Shop now? It's kind of more of like a, passive way to approach them, and they're not being sold to right off the bat. Like if you're like, hey, like, the top five products on all of TikTok Shop right now are supplements very similar to yours. Like, I think you guys would absolutely crush it on TikTok Shop. That's what I help companies do. If you guys want more information, I'd be happy to send over some of my highest converting videos. So, we have a full section on like actually how to write scripts and how to reach out to these types of companies. But here, if we just go up, all right, contact us for Atone. All right, cool. So a lot of these companies, most are going to honestly have like forms you can fill out. So you can just plug in your email, plug in your name, and write literally exactly what I just said there. I'll go in and just do it. Let's see. Hey, I just saw one of your... So we'll do create TikTok Shop. Or let's do this. Let's do I create. Health and wellness companies. This is just a quick one. Emails, you can go a little more in depth and like actually add like follow-up flows. That's I'm gonna show you guys how to like completely automate that. But if we just go in here, very basic message. This is... Right in the beginning, very straightforward. I just saw one of your ads on Instagram, wanted to run something by you. We'll put two. Are you guys currently doing anything with TikTok Shop? And then I was like, I create content for health and wellness companies to help them skyrocket their sales through TikTok. Or maybe, you don't even have to say that. You can just go in and be like, let's do this. Have been... Let's do this. All right. Supplements have been absolutely crushing it on TikTok, and I think you guys, let's see, your products. Just kind of like doing this all live, thinking out loud here. Supplements have been absolutely crushing it on TikTok, and I think your products would do really well. In the end, just a quick, if this is something you guys have considered, right? Like I'm not trying to pitch them. I'm not trying to sell them in this initial email. This is just to make contact, gauge interest, and if they respond, then it's like, okay, this is where you go in and you send over those portfolios, everything that we created. So if this is something you guys have considered, let me know, and I'll send over some of my highest converting videos. Boom, send. Cool. All right, so we'll go in and do that. Cool. So it goes in and you submit. All right, cool. Now, what you can do, a lot of the time, they'll just have like their email linked. You can just grab it right there. You can also grab their TikTok. This is what we're going to be doing for the next, or their Instagram. This is what we're going to be doing for the next section. So this is perfect. Like a company with only 1,400 followers. Let's see how active they are. Or we'll get to them. I'm going to have to sign in a little bit. I'm going to do everything on Instagram here. But that is one way we can go out. And now that is what you want to do literally for all of these different companies here. Just go to their page. It's super easy to find their info. They usually will just have an email and everything linked up right to the bottom. So again, here's their email. We're going to send the exact same type of message, just that very simple framework. Hey, I just saw one of your guys' ads on Instagram. They know they're running ads on Instagram. They know you're not just like making it up, right? Then you just go in and say, present the opportunity, show them why they should even consider doing this. And then just, hey, if this is something you guys have considered, let me know. Just try to make contact. All right. So again, we can go in and you can grab their email. Same thing. I would just log in. I don't have my Instagram on this computer, but I would just log into your Instagram. You guys can literally DM these companies right away. So go in here. I'll show you guys how I do this, but I usually just shoot them a message. The same thing. This on Instagram, you have to think of it. This is like the most kind of laid back approach. This is where you just want to go in and be like, hey, like, are you guys doing anything on TikTok Shop right now? Or like, same thing. Hey, I just saw one of your guys' ads on Instagram. Are you guys doing anything with TikTok Shop? Just like very basic. And then I comment on one of their photos and I'm like, hey, check your DMs or check your inbox. Because a lot of the times DMs and stuff will come through and you'll have to like approve them. So they might not even see it. But this is the first way. Okay. So there's tons of companies you can go through. So we just found those two. Here's another one. It doesn't matter what niche you guys are in. Like they're all going to be here. Okay. Let's just go to the About Us section. Boom, let's get out of this. Again, Instagram is linked. That's where we're going to go in and DM them. Contact us. Same thing. They've got a contact form here. So that is kind of the process here. You guys can literally go through and do that for every single one of these companies here. And well, here's KinoBody. You guys have probably seen this. This guy crushes it. So his ads actually do look really good, right? Like he has like the muscles breaking it down. It's quick and easy to read. Oh, all right, here's an AI video. This is the stuff that we teach. Actually looks pretty good. But anyways, so that's the process on how you will find companies who are already running ads. Now, the best part about this is that you're not going to have to convince them that they have to run ads because they're already doing it and they already know they have to, right? So the next step, this is where we're going to have to go in and we might actually have to convince them and show them that there's value in running ads and doing TikTok. So let's get out of this. Now let me jump into my phone here. So let's go in and let's just type in supplements, right? If we go to supplements, like you guys, you're going to be able to just find yourself digging down like the rabbit hole here. Like there's going to be obviously tons of big ones like Steel. I think this company was actually, this was running ads that we just saw there. So that's a big one. I wouldn't be messaging like huge companies like this. Like you're kind of just wasting your time. They already have 300,000 followers. I'm sure they're crushing it. Now we're just going to be going through and doing, here's a perfect one. After Dark Supplements. They literally have 2,000 followers. Let's check their last post. All right, 5 hours ago. So they're active. That is money. Another thing you guys want to pay attention to and look out for is if they haven't posted in like months, it's probably not even worth reaching out because there's nobody's going to see your message. But if you saw one 5 hours ago, 14 likes, okay, they're active. Let's do the same thing. Let's switch this up a little bit. Currently, and you can test a few different variations, but just make it one line, super straight to the point, and just ask them a question. Like, at the end of the day, they could be seeing this and they're like, shit, this guy could be a buyer, right? Like they're like, oh, he might be trying to like buy our supplements. All you're trying to do with these Instagram DMs is just get a response. And then once they're like, yes or no, right? If they're like, no, then you can go in and pitch them and be like, oh, hey, I help health and wellness companies tap into TikTok Shop. I help them build out a full affiliate program. I create daily videos, run daily lives, stuff like that. But these intro messages are just to like get in the door and just try to get a response. Are you guys currently selling through TikTok Shop? Right? Like they're also could be thinking like, oh, maybe this guy saw a product on TikTok Shop with the logo and he's like, is this legit? Like, they're going to be way more likely to respond to something like this than like hey, After Dark, my name's Hunter. I help these companies do TikTok Shop and I make videos and, they don't want to see that, right? Like they just want like a very quick message. Once you get them to respond, that's when you can kind of go a little bit deeper. You guys can literally just message like hundreds of companies a day. Like it's super easy. Here's another one, Base Supplements. Boom. So that's where you want to go in. Same thing, message them. And then what you'll notice, this is just how the algorithms work. The more you keep doing this, like the more you keep engaging with supplement accounts. I forgot to comment on After Darks. Let's do this. Check DM. Cool. All right. And again, make sure your Instagram looks like fairly legit, right? Like I have, I bought the check mark is what it just makes you look like more like a real person, right? When they see it. So, okay. So you guys kind of get the point there. This is how you can just message like hundreds and hundreds of people every single day. And your end goal is to eventually get them on a call, right? Be like, hey, I have a section on kind of walking you through like how to take a sales call and what that whole process looks like. But you just want to get them on a call, or you want to take it to email, right? Like it has to be a little more formal. If they get back to you and they're like, hey, we're not doing anything on TikTok Shop, or even if they say yes, right? Like check it out for yourself. If it sucks, just be like, hey, I have some ideas I'd love to share with you. Do you guys have a business email I could reach out to? That's what you go in. You then reach out to their business email. Hopefully you're in contact with a decision maker. But that's really how you go out, and with $0, you can hit hundreds and hundreds of companies and, give them a good incentive and kind of pique their interest to get them on the phone.
All right, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to show you this is probably the easiest and quickest way to start scaling up and actually working with brands one-on-one on a retainer basis. So a retainer is basically where a brand is going to pay you, X amount of dollars, either on a, if you sell them like a 10 video package, a 20 video package, 30 video package, it's just like a flat monthly fee that they're going to be paying you just to make the videos, right? Because a lot of these brands, and I'll show you exactly how to go in and start to contact these brands. But if you think about it from their perspective, the way that they're coming into this, any creator can go directly through the TikTok affiliate program and work with the top brands, right? Like the top 5, the top 10 brands that are all going to pay 20 to even 30% commission on all of their products. So as a creator who is just getting started, you are obviously incentivized to only work with those brands, right? They are already popular. They already have tons of reviews. They're gaining tons of traction on TikTok. So why would you ever even think about promoting another brand other than like the top 10, top 25 brands that are already on TikTok? Now, this is where this kind of method comes into play, because there are like thousands and thousands of brands that are trying to get onto TikTok Shop every day. And they know, that the creators just aren't going to work with them unless they pay them a flat fee, right? Like if you're the new guy coming into TikTok Shop, if you're a new, you sell vitamins, right? Like you're selling a vitamin D packet. There's already hundreds and hundreds, thousands of brands on TikTok that have sold thousands of units, right? That people have already seen, that TikTok is pushing out. So if they want to work with you as a creator, they know that they're going to have to pay a flat fee. Like they're going to have to pay you, whether it's, a couple $100 for a few videos, a $500 monthly retainer. You can work this all the way up. Typically what I see for a good range is about $500 to $2,000 plus commission on top of that, just to create the videos. All right. So you can sell them on like a 20 or 30 video package. Basically what I do is just say, hey, I'm going to make a video a day. So 30 videos. I typically will start at $2,000, right? Like that's a pretty big budget for these brands. A lot of them do have it, but even if they're like, hey, how about we do, a lot of them will counter with like a $1,500 or $1,000, or even if it's a small brand and you're just getting started, even if they offer you $500, right, to make 20, 30 videos, you're still getting a flat fee and then commission what you'd be earning normally on top of that. So this is one of the quickest ways to really go in and start reaching out to these brands to start landing these retainer deals. So if we go into TikTok, let me record my screen here for you. So if we go into TikTok, as soon as you, like literally when you post your first video or you get like 2-3 videos up on your channel, this TikTok Shop button is going to appear here. So this is where brands, and you can go out, you can directly reach out to brands. They can directly reach out to you. So if we click on this, you'll see that I literally, this is literally just from a day. Like I have tons of brands reaching out. Now, what they're going to do, these are just automated messages for the most part. These brands are kind of sending these out, like just sending out thousands and thousands a day. But what they're going to do, so if we just click on this first one here, they're going to offer me a product and say, hey, right, we're giving out 30% commission as well. So let's see, offer free samples and 30% commission. So that's what they're going to do. Every brand is going to say, hey, we'll send you a free sample and you'll be able to earn, 20, 30% commission. But we obviously know that we can already go work with the top brands on TikTok and get that 20, 30% commission, right? So this is what you want to do. This is how you want to respond to every single one of their messages. Like I've literally landed like 4 retainer deals in the past week just by doing this. All right. So this is one of the easiest ways to get into contact with them. But just say, hey, I am only working on a retainer plus commission basis right now. If you'd like to discuss, please shoot me an email, right? And then just attach your email. You could also attach your WhatsApp if you want to do that as well. But let's just go in. I'll plug in my email. And, you know, a lot of these brands will email you after this. Like they're going to be like, okay, like this is kind of what these brands are expecting at this point. But most people aren't doing it, right? Like if you're just new to TikTok and you're like, oh, like this brand wants to work with me one-on-one, they're sending these messages out to thousands of creators. They didn't just target you out of, you know, 1 out of a million creators they were going for. But nobody else, you know, nobody is going in and responding to them like this. So this is where you can actually get into contact with a real person, speak with someone on their team, start to work out a retainer deal. So let's go in. We'll send that. And then literally what you're going to do is copy this whole message. So we'll go in, we'll copy that. Oh, hang on. Copy. All right, so now that we have that, and then what we're going to do is go in here and send that to every single brand that messaged us. So what I like to do is just do it, you know, you can do it either, you know, in the morning or at night if you want to do kind of split it up. What I do is usually just go in at night and I'll kind of just mass send out like 50 of these from brands that messaged me. And then as soon as somebody emails you, you know that they're serious about working with you. They saw your message, and this is where you can start to go in and start to negotiate a deal. So like I said, you know, typically around $500 to $2,000 is a good range. And just think about it. Like if you're just getting started with TikTok Shop, like this is the quickest way to get yourself up to, you know, $5,000, $6,000 a month plus, because you're going to be having these flat monthly retainers on top of the commission that you're making, right? So let's go in. I'm literally just going to do this for every single brand. So I make a ton of supplement videos. That's why all these supplement brands are reaching out here. And the commissions are good. Like a 30% commission is solid. So even if you get, you know, $1,000 a month where they're going to pay you in this way, it also works super well for them because now they're in control of how often you post, you know, how many videos you're posting a day. They can also kind of work with you like on a custom content plan. So if they're like, hey, we want to promote this product and we want to push it this way, right? Like use this angle. This is where you can really start to work one-on-one with them. Here's another one, even 50% commission. So on something like this, if they email you and they're like, hey, we're offering 50% commission. This is what I actually had a guy message me a couple days ago. It was the same thing. He wanted to just go 50-50. And then I was like, you know, I get it. Like you guys are a new brand. It just doesn't make sense for me because I can work with all these other brands that already have the traction. And we ended up working out a deal. It was like $1,000 a month plus like 30% commission. So we brought the commission down, had a retainer there, and it just works for both of us. So we'll go in. This is literally, guys, what we're going to be doing. Go through every single person here. And it's super easy. Like you just go in, can message literally 20, 50 people a day doing this. And these are all inbound messages that you're getting. So, you know, they found your contact. They know that you are active on TikTok. They have seen your videos. In this way, you know, if they're serious about working together, you can kind of just weed out all the people who aren't serious and get right to the source. So we're going to go in. Here's another Snap Supplements. We're going to do this for every single person. And then, yeah, we'll kind of just go from there. But yeah, this is, you know, even if you guys have like 5 videos on your page, right? If you don't have a ton of followers, but you still have showcased like your content style, you show that you can make videos. This is actually a pretty good one. This brand has done $1,400 or 1,400 units sold. So that's pretty good, or better all. That's why they're a popular brand. But guys, start doing this literally is like right from the jump. As soon as you start making videos, as soon as you start getting these inbound messages, push for retainers right away. Even if it's $500, like that is still great money to be going out, and you can work with a couple brands at a time just to have that guaranteed, right? So I'll go in, I'll finish this. You guys get the point. But but this is kind of what you want to do every single day. Once these people are reaching out to you, just message them. Try to get them. I usually just try to move them over to an email or a WhatsApp instead of just going back and forth on here. Just because this is like way more clogged up. There's going to be tons of brands and everything messaging you. So get them to the email, get them to your WhatsApp, start working out deals there. And deals here will close, right? Because they are looking for creators. They know that they have to pay a flat fee every month, or else no good creators are going to work with them on just a commission basis. So go in, do this, and you guys are going to start to see these inbound deals roll in very quickly. All right. Yo, what's going on, guys? So literally, as I was just editing this video, I already got a response from one of those people that I just messaged this morning. So you guys saw right here, the company was Snap Supplements. So they came in, basically, obviously a new company, only 26 items sold. They said, hey, love your content. Basically looking to work together, right? So I sent them that message that you guys saw, and they literally already responded. So they sent me an email. Basically, they came at me first with an offer. So this is where I'll be able to go in and even counter it to try to get more. But they said, hey, we have a special TikTok offer for you in April. It's for 30 videos a month, right? So this is kind of like the retainer deal that I was talking about. You would receive a flat $500 fee and also a bonus opportunity here. So they said on top of that, they'll be offering commission, basically where they're going to go in, they're going to be running ads on these. So the commission here is lower, but this is what the bonus looks like here. So the bonus structure. So if I generate $5,000 in sales for them, that's a $1,500 bonus. 10,000 is a $3,000 bonus. 20,000, 6, 30,000, 9,000, right? So right away, just to prove to you guys, like this stuff works, they came at me with an offer. I didn't even have to do anything, right? That's what you want to do. You want to go in and message these companies every single day. And they will reach out to you, and they know from that point, it's like, okay, like I'm going to have to pay them a flat fee. They came at me, offered $500 plus a very nice bonus structure. But I'm probably going to go in and say, hey, like I typically charge $1,500. I'll do it for $1,000. And go from there. But I just wanted to include this just because I was literally editing the video. And then I got this email. So just to show you guys that it does work, they will respond to you. And like you can see here, they came at me with an offer first. They didn't even ask me like what my fees were. So that's just a good example of one there. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, but I just wanted to include this at the end.